For new parents today, there are so many things that make caring for a baby easier. The diaper genie, the baby Bjorn, and even stuffed animals that mimic the sounds a baby might hear in the womb. But unfortunately, there is no gadget to help your baby sleep through the night, uninterrupted, without using a pacifier or having to be nursed to sleep. I'm here in Westfield to learn how one woman is helping any parent make sure their baby can have a good night. I'm here with Christina Bussell, the owner of Good Nights Sleep Consulting. Christina, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
What are the services that you provide to parents?
Well, either in a one-on-one setting or in a group setting, I help parents and give them the tools and education that they need to help their infant or toddler sleep through the night.
Unassisted.
Unassisted, independently, put baby down in the crib and say goodnight.
Emma was 3.5 months old when we decided to consult Christina. Her sleep was very inconsistent. We were unable to plan our day just because I never knew when she'd fall asleep, when she would wake up. She was having difficulty falling asleep on her own and difficulty staying asleep throughout the entire night. And that is why we decided to consult Christina and Good Nights Consulting.
He's almost 3, and for the first 2.5 years, he was sleeping in the bed with me and my husband. And every night we would have to go to bed early with the TV on, and he would fall asleep and we'd try to put him in his bed, and he'd come running back in 20 minutes later wanting to sleep with us. And it was torture because we couldn't go anywhere with having a babysitter because they wouldn't want to sit in the bed with him. So it was just hit our breaking point.
Christina, there are some children obviously that are so young they might need a middle of the night feeding, but what ages do you usually work with in your work?
Sure, I can work with babies from day one. Obviously, you wouldn't expect a brand new baby to sleep through the night because they need to feed. But at least for a newborn, I can work with parents to get a good foundation going so that when they're ready to naturally sleep through the night, it just happens naturally. Depending on the age, some babies, reach the age where they don't need a night feeding. So we can work with them and help them to start to sleep through the night. And toddlers, they constantly are testing you.
Yes.
They come in your room and they want to sleep with mommy and daddy, or they don't want to settle down in their bed, or so we work with toddlers to teach them how to sleep independently as well.
Christina, what are some of the signs that a parent at home might need your services, and what kinds of problems do you help them address?
Sure. Well, the most common that I've experienced and have helped clients with is having to nurse to sleep or bottle feed to sleep, having to rock the baby or put them in a swing or taking them for a car ride, having to use a pacifier to fall asleep, and generally your own lack of sleep. You need your sleep just as much as baby does.
Christina, what is unique about the services and advice that you provide to parents?
So what's unique, first and foremost, is I give you honest information about why sleep is so important for your child's well-being. I'll lay out an easy-to-follow step-by-step plan that you make some choices on that you feel are right for your child. After all, only you know your child best. Next, I'll show you how to measure your success. I wouldn't expect that this would work in one night, and I would say that to parents that it could take a couple nights up to 2 weeks to work on, depending on the age again, although it has happened once or twice, but I'll show you how to measure your little successes every night. So lastly, what's most unique about the process is that it doesn't end after the consultation. I support the parents afterward with phone calls and emails, so they still have me to ask questions or help them through any challenges that they're facing, the nights following our consultation. So it doesn't just end in one session. I'm there to help you throughout.
The changes are miraculous. She no longer requires the binky, which is a prop. We can read her bedtime story. We actually go through the whole bedtime routine, the bath, the pajamas, the bed, the bottle, the book, and then we can put her in her bed. We know that we're going to leave her and she's going to be able to fall asleep on her own and continue to sleep throughout the whole night.
Amazingly, within about 5 to 6 days, he was sleeping in his bed from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Miracle.
Miracle. It was amazing. Like, we didn't think it, we're like, yeah, okay, yeah, he'll sleep in his bed. No, it was amazing, amazing.
If you or someone you know needs help getting their child to sleep through the night, call Christina today at 413-568-2104 and get ready for good nights. Don't you think?